Behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Every time FMS bring out like a small scale crawler or a small scale like trail truck or military truck, everyone always says, I wish they make a bigger scale. Well, Rock Hobby, which is part of FMS, do some larger scale stuff. They got the 1/6 scale Suzuki Jimny, also got the 1/6 scale Willys Jeep. You'd be pleased to know there's now a new one. This is the Mashigan. Mashigan. I'm pretty sure I know where they're getting that word from. Anyway, you'll notice it says 1/10 scale. It's quite a large box. I've left them there for a reason. So when I say that these are 1/6 scale, or in the videos, people always go, they're too small for 1/6. Scale's obviously done on the real vehicle. Tiny little cars in real life. I'm not all that familiar with Jeeps, but what I do know is it's a little bit big. Some nice writing on the back there. They always like to do a little story. Looks like the roof comes off, screen goes down as well. My box took a bit of a kicking, but luckily, as you're seeing there, it's got that typical FMS Rock Hobby like hard case. So although it took a bit of a kick in, I've already checked that it's okay, and it is. Instructions, everything you need to know in there. So like I said, well protected, no different to their smaller stuff. Ta-da! There it is. So well packaged. I've taken some of the foam and stuff out, but very well packaged in there. The seats come separate. You got to fit them in, and the spare wheel sitting behind there. Even the transmitter has got a little holder there to stop it rattling around. Attention to detail, eh? Before we look a bit closer at it, is it the same wheelbase? So I've not looked properly, but it's more than likely sharing the same chassis as that. That's leaf sprung, that's not leaf sprung. It's more than likely exactly the same. So the wheelbase is definitely exactly the same. Remember, these are 1/6, that's 1/10. Those are tiny little things in real life. I don't think the Jeep, is it a Wrangler? I don't think the Jeep's massive. Let's find a 1/10 crawler to put next to it. So there's a pretty generic 1/10 scale crawler next to it. You can see it's a little bit wider, same wheelbase. That's meant to be a LC76, a Land Cruiser, so I think it's a bit big. I am not fussed at all at whether it's 1/10 scale, 1/7 scale, 1/8 scale, whatever it is. It looks really good. I know that some people are fussed about it, and if you're massively into 1/10 scale and this is too big, then you might be disappointed, but it looks really nice. Hard body, obviously, and as with all the Rock Hobby and FMS stuff, well detailed. I expect them lights are going to be working. Wipers, side steps, opening doors, detailed interior, metal hinges on the doors. There is, I know obviously the seats aren't in yet, but there is a lot of room in there. Your steering wheel, dashboard, there's your gear sticks, pedals, rear seats. Very nice. Nice mirrors on there as well. Hello. I guess they're on there just to stop that window falling out in transit. Nice details on the rear as well. Obviously the spare wheel goes there. Door opens. I'm going to take all the sticky bits off it, but then we'll open that door. Rear bumper, little shackles on there. Hole for your tow hook under here. That opens nice and wide. Ooh. That's a nice little touch, isn't it? So ESC is at a 1040. Yeah, so Hobbywing 1040. Not the best, but adequate. A 1060 would be better, a 1080 would be perfect. 35 turn 550 brushed motor. Goes into, you got like a gearbox there, and then I'll show you in a minute, it goes down into a transfer case. There's your receiver there. Chassis mounted servo. Oil shocks, although, oh, not bad actually. It feels quite bouncy when you do that, but not too bad. No, not too bad for a hard body. 4-link, they're metal links under there. Looks like metal ends on your drive shafts there, and then plastic telescopic bits through the middle. The metal drive shaft with slipper clutch going into your transfer case. Tyres feel nice and soft, and they are 100% copies of Proline Hyrax. There's some Hyrax there, but they feel pretty good. You can see the shocks there are slightly angled forwards, a little bit more upright on the front. So the Jeep's got a panhard bar on it and only 3 links, but other than that, looks very similar underneath. And these look like, yeah, they're beadlock wheels. They're plastic, but beadlock wheels. Overall, a nice looking truck. Right, let's get the sticky bits and pieces off. Open that rear up, put the seats in, and get a battery in there. It doesn't come with a battery. And it's an XT60 connector, which is perfect for me because I mostly use these. Some people Might be a little bit annoyed about that because a lot of people do use Deans, not that I do, but ideal for me. Oh, these seats are nice. That's a nice little touch, that, to have like a soft feel seat rather than like a hard plastic one. Very nice. The only thing I don't like are these sticky things. They leave like a sticky residue all over it. And it's just really annoying because you have to try and clean it all off. This is like a Tamiya masking tape. That would work better on here. It wouldn't leave that horrible residue. Seats screw in from the bottom, so they just slot in like that, and then there's a couple of screws to put in. One of them goes there, nice and easy. The other one is there. It's blocked by the links. The suspension links are blocking that one. There is... Oh, man. Why? Why not put them in from the factory? Maybe because mine is an early like sample. Yours might come with them fitted. If it doesn't come with them fitted, you're probably going to have to remove one of the suspension links to fit it. So there we go, taking the roof off. A couple of screws at the back there, 2 screws on the top. Tells you to take them out, remove the roof, and then flip them around, put them back through, and then put some M2 nuts on the back. Look, it says there, look. But I don't think they supply with M2 nuts. So anyway, seats are in. I've put Austin in there. Now baby. Austin is about... He's about 1/9 scale, and he fits in there nicely, but I'd say he probably looks a bit small. If you look at it from kind of that angle, he looks a bit small for it. It kind of confirms what we were talking about the scale. I mean, it is nice to be able to get a driver in with his feet and everything in like that, and we will leave him in for this video, but I'd say he needs to be a bit bigger. Vin Diesel is way too big. He's a 1/6 scale, and he is massive for this. So. Now, this is a pretty slimline sort of Tamiya style 2S, only just fits in there. I mean, it's not going anywhere. It doesn't look like there's any straps in there to secure it, but it's not going anywhere. That fits in there. So let's switch it on and check the lights out, check the steering, and then take it for a run. I am going to put the roof back on before we go out. Oh, you also get some stickers for your dashboard. I'm not going to put them in because they look really fiddly and you're probably not going to see them on camera. Nice soft glow lights rather than big bright white ones. We've got indicators. Oh, no indicators. I like that. Steering, is that fully over? No, a bit more actually. Oh, loads more. It was reduced right down. Should be just forward and reverse like crawler mode. Yeah, the Hobbywing 1040, not great, so I can't imagine it's going to have super duper low down modulation, but no, not bad. Not bad. Easy upgrade. Right, let's take it out and give it a run. Forgot to mention as well, as with a lot of the FMS and Rock Hobby stuff, the steering wheel has got a servo. Guess who forgot to wear suitable footwear for coming to the quarry? Yes, that was me. It's been raining loads as well, so it's going to be super muddy down here. Oh well. This thing looks really nice driving along. Austin in there. He doesn't actually look too bad, does he? I know I said he looks a bit small, but driving along like that, not too bad. Right, what's the low down? So let's do a little bit of a low. There we go. That's not too bad actually. Low down modulation from that 1040 ESC. Yeah, it's good enough. Could be better though. Obviously could be better. There's a bit of a steep climb up here, I remember. It's a bit slippery as well, so let's see how those fake high racks dig in. Not the best steering angle. Alright, let's go slow. Oh, easy. Easy peasy. Drag brake. Having to apply a little bit of throttle to get it to move. Nice. I think the suspension, I was quite happy with it on the bench, but it's probably a little bit soft. It looks a tiny bit bouncy. Although I expect if we slow the footage down, it'll make it look a little bit more realistic. Oh my days. Oh, it's really wet and muddy down there. I'm not going to be finding lines for this. I'm going to be finding lines for myself so I don't get muddy. Oh, Austin's doing a good job in there. A couple of times when I've been down here before, people ask me why I don't pick up the rubbish that I drive past. I'm not sure if you can see right down there. Hold it up like that. There's about 10 trolleys down there, or shopping carts. Where do you think I'm going to put them if I tidy this place up? This place is massive. Right, we need to head over there, and I need to try and avoid all of this. This should be all right though, so I will find a good line and we'll take this slightly offline maybe. so we can go through a bit of mud. The weather's been so bad recently. I've got bashers to take out and review as well, but it's just been raining every day, cloudy, no sun. I like to get some good footage in the sun, blue sky. But it is that time of year. This goes all right, you know. Big heavy hard body on it. I can't imagine it's going to be a pro crawler, but it's certainly passed the trail test, I should imagine, doing all this sort of stuff. Nice bit of flex. I'll be disappointed if I see other people reviewing this without a driver. More disappointed than usual because of the amount of space in there. Absolutely no excuse for not having a driver in this. You could almost climb in there yourself. Oh, bit of speed. There we go. Tyres gripping nice on this surface. It is very muddy, very slippery this time of year. You can't really win because in the summer it's really dusty, but tyres gripping very well. I'm impressed that this is just a 1040 hobby wing. They're not usually this controllable. Oh. Come on, Austin, you got this. You got this, yes. You did it. I'll find a way down now. Oh, that's one way to do it. More luck than judgment there. Oh, I thought I'd nailed that then. Thought we'd got it. I was trying to get over like that. Not quite though, we had to cheat. Ah, no. Oh man, crash. Austin nearly fell out. Right, no one got hurt, there was no injuries, no damage. We're good to go. We are good to go. Oh wow, that shows you how much rain we've had. I have never seen this area full of water. I usually run all my stuff around there. Wow, I'm not going over there today. Well, I like this thing. For a big hard body crawler, it actually handles pretty well. Yeah, it's a little top heavy, but I think it goes all right. Obviously, upgrading that ESC will make a huge difference. But other than that, I can't really think of anything else you need to do to it. Tyres grip well. It's got plenty of flex. You can tune them shocks. They're oil shocks. I'd say, out of the box, this is pretty decent. That flex, look, that's good. It's good. Oh, I reckon we'll be able to loop round. Let's loop round. If it gets stuck, then I'm going to get wet feet, aren't I? The electronics are quite high up, so it should be pretty safe. No problem at all. Wow, there we go. Rock Hobby Mashigan. I think it is a decent, I was going to say little crawler. It is a decent big crawler or trail truck. Just keep you all happy.
working on that old steamboat and learned to ride and steer. When my feet had touched dry land, how happy I did feel. Been saving every penny for to make up through the fall, working for that dollar, but it never adds up at all. Coming around the river bank where the old train whistle sang, the very next thing you hear from me, I've been tied to a ball and chain. Well, come this time tomorrow, reckon I don't know where I'll be. But if it wasn't for that old sheriff, I'd be back in Tennessee, playing cards and crap games, not looking for the score. And if I ever get back home again, I'll never roam no more. Gather round, you good time boys, listen to my song. May not know better, but I know you know right from wrong. Buy yourself a postcard so you can see the lights of town. Find yourself a country girl, keep quiet and settle down.